So for numbers 1 through 4, you plugged in correctly, but we need to evaluate. The directions say to evaluate. So you're going to need to get one number. So if you'll just go ahead and do like 16 plus 9, that will give you 25. And like 11 minus 4 for number 2, that will give you 7. If you'll do that for numbers 3 and 4 as well, that'll be what your teacher's looking for. That evaluate means you're going to get one actual number. Okay, for numbers 5 through 8, I like the way that you wrote this out with repeated multiplication, but I'd like for you to multiply those numbers. So 8 times 8 will give you 64. You can do all these 2s. You can multiply, keep multiplying times 2 7 times. For number 7, number 8, don't forget that your answer, since you have 5 places after the decimal, each one has 1 place after the decimal. When you multiply, don't forget you should have 5 places after your decimal after you multiply. And you can check your work with a calculator. Okay. Same thing for number 8. So you should have 4 places after the decimal. Okay. For number 10, I think you did 4 times 35 right here. Now we want to do 4 times 3.5. So you should have gotten 14 for your answer. 14. You should have gotten 140, and then you should have 1 decimal place to make that 14.0. So 70.2 plus 14 is going to give us 84.2. Okay? Yeah, so that's right here. So this should have been, you have 2 places after the decimal. I don't know why you added the 70.2 right here. Don't do that. You should have gotten this number, but you multiplied with 2 places after the decimal, so your decimal point should have went between the 4 and the 0 right there. Okay. For number 11, that's good, but go ahead and divide those. So 36 divided by 12 is 3. So we want to put just a 3 right there. Great job on number 12. For number 13, make sure we're following order of operations. So instead of adding first, we want to divide first. Remember, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. We want to divide before we add. So 30 divided by 6 would give us 5, and then 18 plus 5 should give you 23. Okay, so go back and rework 13. For number 14, we have 3.5 times S. So you have 3.5 times 6. So go back and rework this and do 3.5 times 6. Okay? Rework that. Great job on this one. 5 squared. Remember, 5 squared is going to be 5 times 5. So that's going to give you 25 minus 6. I think you said 10 times 6. It's 10 minus 6. So 25 minus 6 is going to give us 19. So go back and look at that. And then I will pull up your next paper. Oh. Alright, so $16. So that's 4. That was actually 4 times 4, but you did 4 to the 4th. Let me check on that. That's probably just, I think it should have been 4 times 4 instead of 4 to the 4th power. Let's go back and look at your textbook. So yeah, it says 4r plus s squared. And so you do 4 times 4 is 16, and then s squared will give you 36. So go back and rework that one. And then for number 17, you plugged in 4 right here. 4 squared is actually going to give you 16. So make sure that you're doing 4 times 4 whenever you do that. And 16 minus 15 is 1. 2 times 1 will give you 2. Let's check. That's absolute value, and that's the opposite. Absolute value, opposite. Absolute value, opposite. Absolute value, opposite. Great job on those. And then 22, correct, 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 and correct. So great job on those two. So just go back to go back to the ones that we that I mentioned to you.